It's Monday, and I want to tell you this story. It happened a few weeks ago, but I wanted you to hear it before I pass it on. Here's how it went down. The rhythmic clickety-clack of the old train was a soothing lullaby against the clatter of my own anxieties. You know that feeling, right? Life piled up like 3 weeks of laundry in a bunch of baskets, ever growing, ever present. Yuck. What a picture. Anyway, between juggling soccer practice, having grocery bags heavier than your hopes, and that nagging voice on repeat asking, "Can't you just lose the weight already?" My reflection in the train window wasn't exactly the picture of serenity. It had been a tough week, a tough month, and I was glad I was alone for the ride, with no one there to talk to. It was around Christmas Eve, and things weren't going all that well this year. Some things had fallen through. My money was dwindling, and I wasn't sure if I was going to make it until the end of the month. Then fate, disguised as a spilled coffee, intervened. Or rather, the woman who swooped in with a napkin and a smile like sunshine breaking through storm clouds. "Don't fret, dear," she said, her voice warm as fresh cookies. "We all fight our battles, whether it's a new wrinkle, a divorce, bills, or pounds, right?" I introduced myself as Sarah, a 46-year-old mom juggling more balls and children than a 3-ring circus. Her name was Evelyn, and her eyes twinkled with a wisdom that made me want to spill my soul like overfilled teacups. She beamed with confidence. Evelyn wasn't your typical magic potion peddler. No gimmicks, no crash diets, just a philosophy as simple as the sunrise. "It's not about a magic formula, Sarah," she explained, her voice a gentle melody. "It's about listening to your body, not the scale." She had my attention. And that's where the magic, the real transformation, began. Evelyn's words were woven with practical tips I could actually use. They felt less like chores and more like a dance with myself that I wanted to participate in. Then she lowered the boom. She gave me 5 tips I'll share with you. Did I want them? Not really, but I also didn't want to make her upset. She was older than me by about 10 years, so I didn't want to hurt her feelings. So I smiled, told her to tell me the tips, and then I shut up and listened. She looked me square in the eyes and started telling me each tip, one by one. I was mesmerized. She knew how to tell a story, and I loved listening. She began. Tip number 1. Sarah, move your body like you love your body, and make it move. She said, "If you're like me, you're going to have to learn how to forget grueling gym sessions. You don't have to do that if you work with 3 Points Wellness." At that point, I really didn't care who or what she was talking about. In a word, I was preoccupied. I could hear her, but I wasn't listening. Yet, she kept going. "You gotta find joy in movement, be it a walk in the park for 10,000 steps, a dance around the kitchen while dinner simmers for the kids and the hubby, or chasing laughter with your kids while playing Monopoly." My body, once a heavy burden, became a playground again when I decided to commit myself to the process. That's what she said, and without notice, she moved right into tip 2. I got more comfortable in my seat and got ready as she continued. "Okay, then," she said with her English accent. This is tip 2. You have to make friends with food." "What's the meaning of that?" I asked. She smiled and said, "Ditch the deprivation drama, Sarah. Learn the proper way to nourish your body with real, colorful food, and that means the kind of food that sings with flavor and whispers with fresh goodness. You've got to learn to savor your food. That means every bite becomes a celebration, not a punishment. we jumped over to tip 3, I was ready. This is getting interesting now. Tip 3, sleep your worries away. I was surprised at that one, but you know what? I kind of liked the way this sounded. She said, "Rest shouldn't be a luxury, Sarah. It's fuel for your mind and body. Prioritize sleep like you'd prioritize that last slice of chocolate cake." And let me tell you, that extra hour of sleep felt like a secret weapon. I loved what she was saying, because that meant if I wanted to lose more and lose it quicker, all I had to do was go to bed a little sooner and stay in bed a little longer. I kind of liked that idea. From tip 3, we went directly into tip 4, which was amazing because the transition was so sudden. Good, but sudden. Tip 4, stress less, smile more. Life throws curveballs, but your body shouldn't be the catcher. Find your calm, whether it's meditation, a good book, or a belly laugh with friends. The weight of the world felt lighter, replaced by a newfound lightness of being. Tip 5. She told me, celebrate the journey, not the destination. The fun is not in reaching your goals. The fun is everything in between. She was very adamant. You have to forget the finish line. Focus on the small wins, the daily things that you do every single day. And when you pay attention to the daily victories over sugar cravings and couch potato tendencies, you'll start to drop weight. I was all ears now. I was tuned into everything she was saying. It took a while, but now I was on track. Each step, each healthy choice became a confetti-worthy celebration, and I wanted them on a daily basis. We were just winding down when the train pulled into my station in San Diego, California, but the transformation had just begun for me and my weight loss journey. Evelyn's wisdom wasn't a fleeting fling. It was a seed planted in my soul. I told her I wanted to get her phone number before I departed. I was going to call her on Monday, get Dr. Shane's phone number, and call and make an appointment with Becky. As I stepped off the train that day, my reflection in the station window seemed different. My shoulders held a newfound confidence. My eyes sparkled with a radiant joy, and I was smiling from ear to ear. This wasn't just about weight loss. It was about rediscovering the magic within my body, the vibrant woman buried beneath the to-do list, and the kids getting their homework done. It was about reclaiming my life, one conscious bite, one joyful movement, one stress-free breath at a time. I was thinking differently, and I knew that once I called Dr. Shane's clinic in Lee's Summit, Missouri, my life was going to change. So, here's what I would like to happen. If you learned anything from this story, if you would please share this story with someone you know and care about. Share it with your sisters, juggling lives, the other mothers battling the mirror, your friends lost in the diet wilderness, and the men who want that six-pack look again. Because this isn't just my story. It's every woman's story waiting to be written. I love helping people, and that's why I shared this story with you today. It means the world to me. It's a story of rediscovering ourselves, embracing our bodies, and proving that true magic lies not in potions, lotions, and things that freeze and kill fat cells, but in the symphony of small, mindful choices that sing the song of a healthier, happier you. This train ride changed my life, how I looked at it, and what I expected from it in 2024. I wasn't worried about the foods I was going to eat, how much I was going to exercise, or who was on my to-do list. All that mattered to me right now was making that call to Dr. Shane in Lee's Summit, Missouri, and talking to Becky, the weight loss expert and inch loss consultant. Life was good, so I told her thank you for the phone number. I asked her again. The direct hotline for Becky and Dr. Shane is 816-525-9393, right? She confirmed it, so I took the pad with the number on it and put it in my purse. This has been a great trip for me. I knew as soon as I could call and get a remote kit from them, I was on my way to losing weight. I was excited. If you learned something from this story, please share it with your loved ones and people you care about.